Hello, Camp Can Do. Now, before I show you these ribs, funny story. So I go out in my yard to see if there's anything in the propane tank. Thing's empty. So I run all the way to Home Depot, get the propane tank, come all the way back. Connect it to the grill, nothing. Try to ignite it, nothing. Try to manually light it with a lighter, nothing. Grill's dead. Back in the car, back to Home Depot, buy a new grill, go to my car, it doesn't fit. What to do? We're only 10 blocks away. So what did I do? I walk it. "10 blocks all the way to my house." Back in the yard, these are called Matt's Determination ribs. These are the ingredients you need to make ribs. Wood chips are optional. Alright, first what I did is I took all the dry ingredients that I have here and I'm going to mix it together in this bowl. And this is going to be my dry rub. So you just grab a fork, get all the sugar in there. First and foremost, you want to wash your hands, which I did do before I did everything, so just get in there with your hands. Make sure you get everything in there. And what's going to happen is when you put this rub, especially with the sugar, as soon as it hits that liquid that's actually on the ribs, it's going to liquefy onto the meat. There's your dry rub. Alright, next you want to be able to get this membrane that's off the back of these ribs here, this bone here. You want to get these off. This is very chewy, very disgusting, not enjoyable. Alright, it's kind of hard to do this with one hand here. Yeah, so getting this membrane off. Getting rid of. That's what you want to get rid of. Yeah. Alright, now you want to take that dry rub that we just made. Put it all over the ribs. Smooth it in. As the sugar hits the meat and start to liquefy into the meat. And what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this in saran wrap, put it in the fridge overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to grill it. We're going to put it on really low for 3 hours, then we're going to wrap it for another 2, and we're going to cook it for another 1 hour. Flip this over. What's that rub? Put it in there. Alright, so I got my ribs here that were marinating overnight. I have my wood chips here with the aluminum foil, which is optional if you don't want to use the wood chips. Got my grill. Got my coffee. This grill did not have a temperature gauge, so I did have a temperature gauge here. Put it down here. And you want to get this to 225 on one side. See, I only have one side of the grill that's on. Very, very low. Everything else is off. The ribs are going to go on the side that is turned off over here. This is where the heat is. This is where the ribs are going to go. The wood chips are going to go into here. They're going to smoke up. They're going to go into this dome over here. come down onto the ribs. Alright, you want to take this off? This is on the side for now. You want to take your wood chips and kind of bring it over here for a second. You want to bring it down here where there's no flame. Pop that. Alright, so got my wood chips in here. Flames they're gonna start smoking up. Throw these in here. We're gonna close the lid and we're gonna bring it back to 225. Okay. Alright, so we are at 225. We're now gonna throw the ribs on. We're gonna put it on the side where the heat is not on. These are gonna be on here for 3 hours. We're going to take these off, wrap them for another 2 hours. Then we're going to cook them the rest of the way for another hour. We'll get those steps later. You want to keep an eye on this part right here on the tail end, because this will overcook. You want to temp all this first and then work your way up to the bigger piece. And this is my sous chef. She will be taste testing my food later on. Right, Zoe? Hi, girlfriend. This is me and my buddy Ted. This is my neighbor. Say hi, Ted.
Oh.
Hey, say hello.
Hello.
There we go. Here. Alright, after the first hour, the ribs will be still in here looking like this. There goes your wood chips going. Can't really see it. There's some smoke going. It smells great. Right here, there's a little bit of apple cider vinegar and mixed with a little bit of water. Take a little bit of brush. Every hour or so, I just come out here and dab it. Alright. Gonna let this go another hour. Come back out and do the same thing. Alright, this is hour 2. Brushing some of that liquid on there. Oh yeah, it's looking good. Smoke chips is still going. Alright, see hour 3. Alright, this now has been on here low heat with the wood chips. Very low, 225 for 3 hours. That right there is what it should look like. Kind of looks like a beef jerky a little bit. This right here I kind of brushed a little bit with some barbecue sauce. It's kind of watered down a little bit just so you don't want to get the thickness on there so it doesn't burn. I kind of watered it down a little bit and you want to brush it on. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap it up in tin foil, put it back on here for 2 hours. And we're going to let it cook for 2 hours inside of the sauce so it's kind of like acting as if it's braising. So we're going to brush all this on here. And when I put it on there, I'm also going to brush the back. When I put it on the foil, I will lay it this side down so we can be able to brush the back and then put it on for another 2 hours. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tongs. Grab the ribs here. Put it on the foil. I'm going to take some of that juice. Pour it on there. I'm going to brush it on. Try to save all that juice that's on the foil there and try to wrap it inside with it because we want all that liquid in there. Like I said, it's going to act as if it's going to be braising. Oh, it will be braising. Alright. wrap it up. And do the same thing to the next one. Alright, so both items are wrapped up. Going back on the grill, low heat. We're going to have it on here for 2 hours. Alright, so our next step for these 321 Determination ribs is to unfoil these. And what we're going to do is unfoil them and put them actually on the grill for about an hour. We're going to hit it with some barbecue sauce as we do it. Probably about every 20 minutes I'll come in and coat it. But we're going to do it with both. You know you did this right when you start seeing those juices down at the bottom. I wish you guys can smell it. So we're going to take these out of the foil and we'll put them directly on the grill. Alright, now that's actually on the grill, we're going to take our barbecue sauce here and we're going to start coating. Just get every corner. Alright, in about 20 minutes we're going to flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. And there it is, Matt's Determination ribs.